We jump out to our host and correspondent, Nicole Zedeck, who's outside the Prime Minister's residence in Jerusalem this evening. Nicole, there have been large-scale demonstrations, but as far as we can tell, with broad, really Israeli support for this potential deal emerging right now. Can you describe, how has the movement sort of evolved in the last few days since this deal has really become tangible in some ways?
We are seeing a lot of support for this deal, David, but still cautious optimism. That's the main sentiment in Israel right now, is they're just calling on all of the leaders to make sure that this deal doesn't collapse, because they've been through these negotiations before. They've seen how Hamas or Israel can derail some of these talks. And so right now they're continuing to put their support behind the prime minister to make sure that he actually goes through with this as he's stating he will, and also that support behind U.S. President Donald Trump. So that's what we're seeing tonight here in Jerusalem, really close to Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's residence in Jerusalem. In fact, they set up a Sukkah, and they're calling it the Save Them Sukkah. I'm just going to step out of the frame so you can see it. The Jewish holiday of Sukkot, it begins tomorrow at sundown. And many of the families already gave a statement here about an hour ago in front of this Sukkah, stating now is the time to continue to rally in support, to come together and show your support for this deal. And they're also urging more and more people to come out this evening here to Jerusalem, right here to this Sukkah, in fact, around 8 p.m. tonight, to continue to show their support. And so that's the main sentiment we're hearing right now, David, just to not lose focus, truly. And not only are we seeing this demonstration then here in Jerusalem tonight, but also in Tel Aviv, the same area where we saw tens of thousands of demonstrators rally just last night in Tel Aviv. They're calling for another mass prayer rally this evening in Tel Aviv at Hostages Square. So they're trying to unify the country, trying to truly back Netanyahu and his government, the United States, and to just make sure that this doesn't fall through, because, David, it feels different this time, but until it's signed, sealed, and delivered, and all of the 48 hostages are home, many of the Israelis say they can't fully get their hopes up until they are back here in Israel, because they've seen too many times how some of these deals can fall apart. It feels different this time. They're putting their support behind it, but until it happens, they're just cautiously optimistic and cautiously waiting for this deal to go through.
Yeah, such an incredibly heavy issue for the people all across Israel. No doubt this is a real gravity to this one. Nicole, thanks for giving us the updates there outside the Prime Minister's residence in Jerusalem.